Hello, this is the Retro Bear directing you personally through the power of video. Don't worry, there's no PlayStation games in here, there's no videos, there's no books, there's no DVDs. It's pure old-fashioned quality pickups. Well, maybe not quality, but yes, pickups video, proper pickups video with games. It's been quite some time since I've done one of those. Anyway, welcome back to the Gaming Pantry. And I hope you're all well. And it's now the month of May. Good grief, where is this year disappearing to? It's vanishing before our very eyes. Anyway, hope you're well, and nice to see you back here once again. Now, as I said, old-fashioned pickups video. This has been a result of being visited once again. People. I won't go to people, so they will come to me. That seems how it works at the moment. And honestly, it's not always like that. So we've got some pickups in this video and a quick update of a couple of events that are coming up as well, which you may be interested in getting involved in, which I hope you would do. So this is the end of, you may have seen on Big Game Al's channel, Paul, Inc. Northern made them a video by the time this has come out as well. They were on their road trip last week, which incorporated 4 days, I think it was, Wednesday through until Saturday, travelling down from Doncaster through the parts of the north into Derbyshire, then down through East Midlands into Birmingham, and then over to the West Midlands, as Al calls it. It's an area. It's a proper area, not just the West Midlands. You know, there's a real problem differentiating between Birmingham and anywhere else, I think. So they end up here on the Friday night into Saturday, and they asked me to meet up with them, join them in, which I was very happy to do so. So we met up on the Friday night. We had a night, well, I say nice meal. It wasn't the greatest meal, let's be honest. It was a very nice meal. Mrs. Bear came with us. The four of us had a very enjoyable few hours together. Mrs. Bear dropped us at my local watering hole, and we had a couple of drinks, or a drink and a half in there, and then the lads headed off to the hotel. I went home, and then we met up again on the Saturday morning, bright and early, just after 9 o'clock, to head out and do some game hunting. Now, unfortunately, whenever people do come to visit, they always seem to pick weekends where nothing's actually open. This weekend, for example, just gone, 2 of the independent game shops weren't open at all, because there was other things going on, and one shop that we did plan on going to had shut for the bank holiday weekend, just put a notice on top of his shop saying back on Tuesday. Seems to be an interesting way of letting people know that there's going to be nobody there for the next 4 days. I'm not sure I would have done that myself anyway. So we only managed to get round one CEX branch, which is probably the biggest one we have around here, and 3 independent game shops. So we didn't, you know, there was stuff to go to, and I spent quite a bit, which I really must stop doing, because it'll only sit on the shelf as they usually end up doing. But anyway, we shall see. So we went to CEX at Maryhill, which is probably the biggest one, first of all, on the Saturday. And I've been there the previous week and I hadn't found anything. And my intention really was just to not, not get too bogged down in, just pick up stuff that I was really interested in. But then I started looking through the Wii stuff, and then it just spiraled from there, really. So these pickups include a few different systems. I've got Wii U, got NES, got Commodore 64, got Master System, and a big peripheral to show you as well. And that's about it, really. Yeah, so it's quite a bit here. So we started with CEX, and I'll PlayStation 2 as well, one PlayStation 2 game. And I wasn't really planning on buying anything, and I saw a couple of games. I thought, oh, I've got those, and then they were obviously quite cheap. And I thought, well, I'll get those, and I'll get that, and I get that. And then Al said, you haven't got that, and I was like, no. And then he just sort of spiraled out of control. So thanks to Al, and mostly Al actually, for spending my money for me. Right, so we get first. So let's do the Wii U game first of all. Now, this game, I couldn't quite believe how cheap it was, because it's actually cheaper than Nintendo Land, which I thought was the cheapest game on the Wii U, or certainly one of the cheapest games, is the Animal Crossing game, without the figure set. But Amiibo Festival, I think it's called. But I always thought, like, £5 was about the budget level for the Wii U, and this game was actually £4, and I couldn't quite believe it. I hadn't got it, so I thought, well, I'll grab it for £4. I mean, it's it is what it is. It's Marvel superheroes, Lego Marvel superheroes. Because I do like the Lego games, and I haven't got this one. I'm guessing this is what constitutes a manual nowadays. There we go. So that's all in there. You've all seen a Lego game before, but yeah, I thought I'd get this, and I do like my Wii U stuff, and for £4, I thought, can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that at all. So I look into and I start looking into the Wii stuff, and then Al goes, "Oh, you know, have you got this? Have you got that?" And I'm, yes, got that. And then I saw a couple that I hadn't got, so I thought, well, I'll grab those because they come down in price. This one at previously had been £6 to £8, and I've may even seen even more than that. And I've always balked at paying that much for something which will sit on the shelf mostly, but it dropped down to £1. And I didn't realise it's actually a Namco game, and this is Exhibit, which will sit nicely amongst my hundreds of fitness games that I just sit there and look at, because it trains the eyes, you see. You lose a lot of weight through your eyes. I think that's what I've been told anyway. The more you sit there and stare at the fitness game, the weight just falls off you. But I didn't know it was Namco. There you go. I'm not lying to you. Would I lie to you? Namco. So yeah, I've seen this way higher price before now, but this was £1 in CEX. I thought, well, I'm not ignoring this for £1. I should pick it up. Exercise to the rhythm with your Wii remote. 150 exercises in 8 fun categories. So they're lying, because you know fitness is not fun. There's no fun categories involved in this one. So I'm not quite sure what this game involves. This is one of these games with like a giant track list of music. I don't know. Nothing in there as well. I'm guessing there's going to be some decent songs on here, or some songs that are well known. But you know, I've been sitting here recently thinking, do you know what? I'd like to actually see if these fitness games do work. You know, I've played Zumba. I'm going to go at that. Nearly killed me, but I had a go at it. I danced along to Kylie's Sing and Dance. That nearly killed me. When I did the same with the Zumba games, they probably both nearly finished me off. Death by Kylie, though. Yeah, sorry. So I may just stop playing them and see if they're any good. Because I'm getting on a bit now, and the old middle-age spread. But you know, when people start saying, "Are you really that fat, or have you just swallowed a Goodyear tyre?" you start worrying a little bit about your own benefit. In the meantime, so that was £1. I then went and had another look at the game, which again I think has been much more higher priced before than now. And I think that's probably why I've avoided picking it up. This is My Vet Practice. Oh yeah, we're back onto the quality Wii titles, folks. We are. You're probably thrilled to know this is complete with manual. But I think I've seen it maybe about £5-6 before now. So yeah, there's an opportunity to you know, unintentionally shorten the lives of some animals. Build your own practice and treat cute animals. Ah, nice. Dogs, cats, Noras. I'm guessing it means guinea pigs. Birds and even horses. Oh, not horses again. Oh, jeez. Rabbits with earache, or kittens with a wounded paw. How do you know if rabbit's got an earache? I'm sorry, sir, your rabbit's got an earache. How can you tell? Because there's a carrot stuck out of it. That sort of thing, I'm guessing. Yeah, so anyway, My Vet Practice. Probably less likely to get played than the dancing game, to be honest with you. And then I got this one. There's a couple of games in this series on the Wii which I didn't know, but I have got one. I know because he's sat behind David at the moment. You can't see him on this part. Oh, he's moving, isn't he? Yeah, I haven't moved. The camera's moved. The camera position moved. And I know that there's one game in this series that I've already got, and this is the other one. I don't think there are any more. And this is NHL 2K11. Don't worry about the sticker at the top, because that one's actually welded on. I spent more time trying to pick stickers off the CEX stuff than I have trying to record this video at the moment. Not to worry, I've got some proper boxes, other Wii boxes for doubles which nobody else wants, which I'll just swap those out, and then the doubles I got which nobody else wants, so I shall be taking down to the charity shop and doing my bit. But again, completely manual. This was £2 as well. So I'm not seeing that. So I've got 2K10, which I think is about £1 game. So this is I think this might be the last NHL title on the Wii anyway, that's not bad. And then Al said to me, he said, oh, you must have this game. I said, you know, I got my list with me. And I think I'd said before we went out, I said, and I said afterwards, yeah, because this is the boo-boo. And I said at the time, I said, I must remember. I'm just having a technical issue. I said, I must remember to update my list because it's been absolutely ages since I've done it. And to be honest with you, I cannot remember how long ago it was. My main concern on that count is therefore, sorry, my screen went off, there we go. My issue now is therefore how much time do I need to sit there and go through all my games and make sure they're all catalogued. That could possibly be a week's work. There's a lot of them. I know for a fact that my Master System stuff has not been updated. My NES stuff has not been updated. My Wii stuff hasn't been updated, as you'll now found out. Because Al said, I said, I ain't got this game. But it's something back in your mind, you think, I'm pretty sure I've got that somewhere. Anyway, so I now have an extra copy of Littlest Pet Shop. It's not Al's fault, it's my own fault for writing it down and not putting it on my list. Now I thought, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go down. First thing I did was went and checked it because it was giving me OCD, and yeah, it turned out I had. So even Al wasn't stupid enough to say, "Did you want a free Wii game?" No, thanks, I don't want that one. So what I did was I'll just double check it to make sure that my copy I've already got is as good as this one, because this has got the manual, it's got the little leaflet in there and the safety manual. No, my other copy on the shelf is exactly the same. I now have two immaculate copies of this game which nobody wants. So that one will be going to the charity shop. Maybe I've got better. I'll leave that as it is. It's a nice looking one. So that was a boo-boo. That one's going to go on the pile at the top of the stairs with Mrs. Bear desperately wants me to clear. So that's the Wii and Wii U stuff done. Then there is a Wii peripheral to come a bit later. Then I walked around the other side while Al and Paul were sorting their stuff out, and all of a sudden I saw this going to the PlayStation. It must have been PlayStation 2 stuff. Maybe it was a crap game for £1 or something. And all of a sudden I saw this game and I thought, I remember that game. I'm pretty sure it was Geordie Slasher who mentioned this ages ago, and I'm pretty sure he mentioned it at a less price, because I looked at it on eBay, I think, when he mentioned it. I thought, oh, that's only about whatever it was, £6-8. I thought I might get that, and I completely forgot about it. And I walked around the other side and I looked at it and thought, oh, I remember that. And then I thought, oh, it's a 505 game as well. So I got quite a few 505s, none of the big hitters like other people have. And then I sort of looked at the back of this, oh yeah, I remember this one. And I looked at the price tag and I thought, oh, that's a lot of money to pay for a PlayStation 2 game that I'm probably not going to play. But I got it anyway, so I paid £10 for this. Most of you fall on the floor. Paparazzi on the PlayStation 2, which, despite its back cover, and again this is complete with manual, which despite its back cover indicating there are some young Japanese ladies to take photographs of, is actually a 3+ rated game. Although I did watch some gameplay on YouTube the other night, and there's some very interesting aesthetics to this game. Models will strike poses at your command. The first video game that turns you into a real paparazzi. If you take a really good picture, give it your favourite model in secret. If she likes it, your influence on her will increase. It's only a 3+ though. Not sure. And then there's a really exciting tagline that draws you in, and then the next tagline says, "Use the points you earn to buy new photo equipment." Oh yeah, nothing pulls in the women more than the exciting photo equipment that you've got. Hey, you see my new photo static lens? I don't know what photographers say. I don't know. That sort of thing they say, possibly. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I paid £10 for that. Sorry, I didn't mention there's no PlayStation. I said no PlayStation games. Yes, there are. Okay, sorry, I lied to you. I'm sorry I lied to you. I did say I wouldn't lie to you earlier, but I did anyway. Right, so after that, that was Merry Hill, done that one, and then we went up to Old School Gaming to find out that he hadn't got out of bed yet. 10:30 on the Saturday, so we thought, oh great, where are we going now? Okay, let's go to Get Gaming up Gornal, because Al and Paul haven't been to that one before. I've only been once, mind you. It's a great little shop. So much stuff crammed into that small space. I mean, A lot of these independents are very, some of the products are very small, but the amount of stuff that they cram in there is absolutely fantastic. I mean, there is a huge selection of PlayStation 1, Mega Drive, there's a rack and Master System, original Xbox, PlayStation 3, Vita, N64 boxed and loose, SNES boxed and loose, all sorts, yeah, even some micro stuff as well. Not an awful lot, but there's a little bit, which I've got here as well. Loose cart, box, all their modern stuff, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, you name it, it's in this shop. It's just so much in there. And peripherals as well. Peripherals everywhere, which I'm going to show you in a second. So while I was in there, I thought, well, I'll have a quick look round. And I couldn't find, I didn't find a huge amount for me. I was looking for the Wii stuff, nothing there. I had a quick look for a couple of games that I'd got at the back of my mind, which I, again, couldn't find any there. Again, good thing about this shop is they do keep stuff in alphabetical order. So it's so if you're looking for a certain game, you can probably go to where that section is and have a look, and you'll know where it is. There's a lot of alphabetalisation there as well, which always helps. But I did find this in the micro section. Now, I'd never seen this one before. And in fact, I've hardly heard of any of the games that came out for it. But I thought, do you know what? I'm going to pick this up. It was only a £5. It's a compilation as well, so I do like my compilations. Hopefully some of my 8-bit colleagues might be able to tell me if it's the games in here are any good. But this is the Super Sports Challenge, which is a Codemasters compilation. It says there, Codemasters. There we go. This is the Commodore 64 and the 128. Now, what's interesting is you've got 5 different games. So if I start here, you've got a racing game called Slicks. Then we've got something called Wrestling Superstars. Now, you'll notice there, so very wrestling fans will notice that photograph there. That's an old photograph of Lex Luger and Ric Flair, and they've just altered it slightly, put face paint on Lex Luger. And also the front cover down there, you can see is very deep. It's a very Hulk Hogan alike there, and it is Hulk Hogan minus the moustache. I can't quite see all those pictures, but they're 2 very famous photographs. I don't think it's sued, I don't know. Then you've got a pool game called Q-Boy, which to be honest doesn't look very good. I'll show you the back in a minute. First Division Manager, and then you've got International Speedway, which I've never heard of before as well. So I'll just show you the back. So there's Slicks, which looks like it's an over-the-top racing game, Wrestling Superstars, which actually looks very similar to the Ocean WWF game. Then you got Q-Boy, which, yeah, Steve Davis snooker-esque. Then you got First Division Manager, and then International Speedway down the bottom. There aren't many Speedway games, are there? I don't think I'm aware of. It does say there's a free poster on the inside. Sadly, there isn't. But the game does come on 3 tapes. More tapes there for you. Tapes are in good condition, and I've got the big instructions as well. I did check the back of the instructions, see the poster was on the back there, but it's not. But yeah, you got all the instructions for all the games. There we go. I wonder what that was. Mrs. Bear just shutting the door downstairs, locking up, I think. Yeah, American Wrestling All Stars. It's a lot of instructions there for it, but I've never seen this before, so I'm not sure how particularly rare it is. It might not be, but I thought 5 games in there for a £5. You pay about a £5 for C64 compilations anyway, upwards of a £5. I'll get that right, not just a £5, upwards of a £5. So I'll pick that up. And then walking around looking at all these peripherals, and I spot on the shelf at the very top, I think, oh my God, I've been after that for absolutely ages. I need that. And I couldn't believe the price on it as well. Now, the condition isn't fantastic, but I ain't so worried about that. Everything is in here. I'm not going to get it out. Sorry, ladies present. I'm not going to get it out and show you, but I did manage to get this, and you'll see there, this giant thing. So I finally managed to pick up Tony Hawk's Shred on the Wii. You can see there's some damage to the box there and on the front, and it's a bit scratchy around the edges, but everything is there as it should be. There's a little crack on the plastic there as well. But this was setting about 20 quid in CEX for the complete set, and I managed to get this. It was actually priced up as a tenner, so I thought I'm not missing that out for 10 quid, because it's you just don't see it. You just do not see that at all. Just show you the back of that as well. I mean, yeah, I know me and Tony Hawk's games are well known for not actually getting on. A bigger way to shred. There's an instruction on the board there which is quite interesting to read, which I'm probably going to try and do that now. But there's a gritty surface, provides the traction you need to ride like the pros. Smart sensors. Smart motion sensors let you push for speed, pull off amazing grabs and set up for bigger than life tricks. Advanced design for precise and consistent control. Motion sensing technology. Rotate, tilt and lift the board to pull big air and bigger tricks. And a contoured base, which is always a bonus. Curved bottom, you see from here, for stability and full range of motion. So yeah, yeah, it's what it is. But for a tenner, I'm not going to lay that behind. The question is now where I'm going to put it, because those of you who know how my rooms are laid out will know that there isn't anywhere for this to go, but I think I might have found somewhere for it. Mrs. Bear said the bin, but anyway. So that was the big ticket purchase. Well, the big ticket, I mean the big sort of biggest item I got that day anyway. So that was Get Game at Gorner. Once again, great shop. If you, I will stick a link in the description. Before I did it before when I went up with the retro kit last year, and I will stick another one below. But if you get in the Dudley area, it's an absolute worthwhile trip out. It really is. Some fantastic stuff in there. Then we went to a little shop in Netherton, which is not far from there, called Joypad Joy and Toys, which I've been in a few times before and never actually purchased anything, but I literally walked in and the first two things I saw, I thought, oh, I'll get those, because they were quite nicely priced. So the first game I got was a Master System game. And I've been after this one for ages, and again, I've not found a copy in a good enough condition. You know, my Master System requisites, it must have the manual in good condition, the box must be in good condition as well, and the cartridge, it's got the hang tab, it's a bonus. This has got everything. This ticks all the boxes. The only thing I'm missing is a little blue Sega sticker on the side, but I don't really count that as an important one. And I've been after this game for ages because I can't actually ever remember playing it at all ever. I've seen it out and about in the magazines, never seen it before, and this is Alien Storm. And as you can see, hang tabbage in full effect there, nice firm one there, and you on the inside, and again, there we go, nice looking manual. Cartridge round the right way, Stu, just so you know, I know you'll be watching. But yeah, really nice condition, that one. And there's the back of the game. I don't think it's a fantastic conversion. I think Al told me it was rubbish on the Mega Drive, so I don't know, but I never actually never actually played it, but I'm trying to sort of focus on the arcade conversions a bit more now rather than original titles. But yeah, so I'm double guessing myself now for that little pet shop thing. No, I haven't got that one. And then at the same time as well, NES game. I paid a £5 for this. I mean, it's not a fantastic NES game, but an NES game for a £5 with a Nintendo slipcase as well. You know, and I always buy it. So I've got some game covers which I have a Christmas, which I still haven't put the games in yet. But I've got this, which is Silent Service. It's a submarine game from Konami, which is nice to have. So for a £5, I did actually see this at Birmingham Gaming Market last year. I might show the back of the cartridge. You didn't see the back of the stickers there on the top. And I saw it then. I think it was priced for about £7 in probably the same condition. And I thought, you know, it's not. I don't know, not play, but for a £5 definitely. So yeah, so Joypad Joy and Joypad Joy and Toys. Sorry, in Netherton. It is a small shop, but again, it has a reasonable range of stuff in there. Some Blu-rays, DVDs, but there's again Master System, Mega Drive, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, Xbox, new systems as well. There's some loose cartridges, lots of pops in there as well. Very into the anime side of things as well. So there's some interesting bits and pieces in there. Nice to pick those up as well. So that's £14 in there. But happy with those. £5 for an NES game. I mean, it's bonkers. So I'm getting nearly 30 NES games now. Not far behind Stu. And then we decided that we had a bit of time left because we went down to Sega Supplies in Old Hill, which is just down the road from where I work. Unfortunately, that was shut. So we had a bit of time. So we thought, you know what, we'll just try old school gaming because, you know, Richard might have got out of bed by that point. And lo and behold, the shop was open when we got there. We drove along the high street past it rather than go to the car park around the corner and walk around and find it was shut again. We actually drove past it and I said, "Al, the sign's outside, it's open." And Richard was actually elsewhere, he's sort of working there, so we went in there. And I've not been in for quite some time, I've had a quick chat, they've changed everything around. But I know from looking at the Facebook page, they had a huge amount of Master System stuff come in a couple of weeks back, 150 games. And most of them are still there. And I was like, you know, start drooling, and you think, oh, gold. And there were games on the Master System I'd never even seen before. I know they exist, I've got a list, but I'd never seen them before, and I thought I could spend hundreds here. I'm not spending hundreds. So I picked a few games out that I was interested in. One I didn't get, which I've been after for ages, is Scramble Spirits. I don't know why. I'm getting obsessed with that one. The first thing I look for when I see a Master System, is Scramble Spirits here? No. They had Scramble Spirits was there, but the manual wasn't great and the hang tab was missing, so I thought, I know how much that game's worth, and I thought, I'm not paying that for that. Turns out I know a bit more about Master System game pricing than the chap who was working there, because they got Ninja Gaiden, which I thought, I know this game's going to be not cheap, but the price I was quoted was ridiculous for it. Even more so that when I looked at the prices of the CEX, it was even more ridiculously priced. So I'm not quite sure how that turned out. I didn't buy it. And it sort of put me off a little bit, but I thought, well, what are these others going to come back as? It worried me a little bit, but I've got a fair price for what I got. But I'm going to need probably now to have at the back of my mind, if I'm looking for Master System stuff in these shops, because, you know, when I go to the Independence, that's the first thing I look for, Master System. If I've got these ideas in the mind, the back of my head, I'm going to make sure I've got prices or currently reasonable recent prices for what these things are actually worth. So I know I'm not being paying over the odds, because what I was quoted for Ninja Gaiden wasn't great. I can see why, but I definitely wouldn't have paid that. What I know I could have got a better price elsewhere for that. Anyway, it's just a bit of a shame. I would like that one, but I've got 5 here which I did pick up, and I've got some sports games in here. Before you go, sports games, I've said before, Master System sport games are very, very difficult to get manuals with, or in good condition. And luckily, all 3 of these have those. They're not particularly difficult to find, or you can find loads of copies everywhere, but actually find a complete copy is a bit of a pain. But I'm pleased I've got these. So the first one I've got is American Pro Football, because those of you who know me do know I enjoy my NFL. So I've got this. It's even got a Sega sticker on it as well, which is great. This has got the hang tab on it. It's in nice condition. There we go. And you can see there, you know, it's a proper good condition manual. I'm not so bothered about dog earing on it, as long as it's not got curry stains or bits missing off it. I'm not really bothered. Just in a complete condition, because like I said before, it's one system I've collected for that I actually want a good. You know, some of the stuff I can live with, you know, but this one I want where I've got a good collection of, a big collection of games for this system, and they're all in good condition. That's what I'm after. This one I just do not see anywhere at all. This is the first time I've actually seen this in person, and again I was stunned to see it, and I thought, I've got to get it. I don't care how much this is, I've got to get it. And this is great volleyball. You don't see volleyball games very often either. Hang tab in effect, no Sega sticker, but again, it's got a slight dog ear on the manual, which I'm sure is going to send some people into a bit of a spasm, but I ain't really bothered about that. The important thing is all in one piece. The cart's great, and but a volleyball game, can you imagine? Yeah, I mean, there's the Dead or Alive series. There's a Summer Heat beach volleyball. There was beach volley. There's Surf Set and Spike as well, or something like that. But there haven't been too many volleyball games over the years. So I'm more interested in to see how it actually plays. So you want to win the World Championship, give it your best shot. Going to take teamwork, nerves of steel, service spike, point for your side, nice going, you're on your way. They do one on the Mega Drive as well. I'm sure that came out quite early in its release as well. Don't know. And then the third one I got, again, I wasn't aware of this game until about 2 weeks ago. And this is a lovely copy as well. I was really happy to see this. And this is American Baseball. So, again, hang tabbage in full effect. Just show you the hang tab is there. There's the manual again. It's a little bit dog earing, but I ain't worried about that. Nice cartridge there. I think that's where you can see probably where the old price sticker used to be on the side. You know, that one. And yeah, so baseball. So, but yeah, it's sports titles, but again, they're all in great condition. I mean, there were a couple of games. I think they had Pro Wrestling, which had a very good box, but the manual was shredded to pieces. I was like, never going to find that game in good condition. And I must be honest with you, there were some others I was going to look at, but I didn't, because I've got that there. So the last two games I got, I'm going to try and get through these quickly. These are arcade conversions, which I wanted, again, all in really good condition. One I played on the Amiga back in the day. This is Bonanza Brothers, where you're trying to you're playing a pair of crooks. Again, got a Sega sticker on this one, which is good. And a really firm hang tab on that as well. Do love a good firm hang tab. Now this one probably isn't, manual wise, not one of the better ones, but it's not falling apart, as they say, or I keep saying. It's not falling apart. There we go. And if you're not playing, it's a good little, not many people remember this game. It's a good little fun game, well worth tracking down if you can do so. And probably the biggest one, the biggest pickup actually, not in terms of size, but for me, I'm happy with the C64 one, but this one probably for me is the biggest pickup of the day, because it's a game I remember from years ago. I played it a few weeks back on emulation on a different system, and I forgot how much fun it was. I've got the remake on the Wii. It's not one of the best, to be honest with you. This is far, far better. I was really pleased to see this, and it's Alien Syndrome, which I was really happy to find. Again, good hang tab on that one. Open it up on the inside, the cartridge is falling out. Stick it back in again. But I mean, again, and that one's got that manual's got a nice sheen to the front of it as well. It's not like the usual paper. It's actually a nice sheen to it. So really, really happy to get that one in such good condition. And I think for the price I paid for it, I got it quite a good price. So these five here, I paid a tenner each for. So we worked 50 quid for the five. And I know I've done very reasonably well out of that anyway. American Pro Football's not an expensive game to pick up, but the other ones, compared to how they're usually priced, good deal. That I was happy with that one as well. Trying about the Ninja Gaiden, but not too bad. I may pop back in a couple of weeks' time after payday and just see if there's any more I can get out of there. I'd be very happy to get. But once again, yeah, Old School Gaming up Bradley Hill. Thank you very much for your services once again to retro game shops, and I'll stick a link below as well. And that's it. Yeah. So yeah, I spent a lot of £100. I spent, but that's a lot of money for me. But I don't go out. I don't go out very often. And I spent £100. That would start the month when we went out on a big trip there. I've done about hauls that big before as well. One at the end of last year. People keep saying, you're spending more money. Well, I am, but I'm not spending it as much. Not spending it as often. You know, I think this is probably my second gaming pickups video since February. You know, we're in May now. I'm not going out every week like I used to. I was going out every week. If I had time off work, I was going out 2 or 3 times during that time off. I'm not so much into the hunt now. It's that when I go out and I've got people coming down, or I'm going to an event, or I'm going to wherever, I like to put a bit more effort into it. So my usual budget years and years ago when I first started, it's just 20 quid a week. So £100 for one trip out for the first time in 4 weeks. It's about right. So yeah, I'm not going mad, but there are things here that, you know, the Tony Hawk set, the Master System games, the 64 game, the Paparazzi game, even just things I thought, yeah, they're good purchases to get. So, and they've increased my collection up to nearly 90 Master System now, which is brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to stop talking now. Very, very quickly, this Sunday, 8th of May, at the Custom Factory in Digbeth, it is the Birmingham Game Market, the third one, not annual, because it can't be annual for the last 2 years, can it? First one was in July 2019, second one was September last year, the third one is this coming Sunday. I think it's 11 till 4 or 5, or whatever they call it anyway, early entry for an hour, and then all the plebs like myself come in. I am going to be there. I know there's a couple of people already going. Now a couple of people are already stalling out as well. So if you are going to be getting up that way, or you do live in the area, or you're not too far away from there, you've not got nothing on Sunday. I know the weather's meant to be nice, but if you've got nothing going on Sunday, maybe pop along there. If you do see me, do come across and say hello. Be nice. And it'll be a pleasure to meet you. I said, I don't know, a couple of people are already going. It'll be great to catch up with those people once again. But if you do see me out and about in Birmingham on Sunday, do come across and say hello. It'd be nice to meet you in person. You might have to remind me who you are, as I am getting on a bit. There we go. But thanks very much for watching. If you have watched it, don't forget to do the old that and press that and ring that and sub and all that business, you know. Really do appreciate people who enjoy these videos as much as I enjoy doing them. I'm off. I will see you again. This is the Retro Bear, wishing you all the best, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.